Good morning. I will call the January 22nd, 2025 Norfolk Planning Commission meeting to order. Inform the public of the locations of the Open Meeting Act posted in the northwest corner of the building and ask for roll.
Sock, Bryant, Hupkey,
Here.
Franklin, Waite,
Here.
Kuby, Griffith, Mason,
Here.
Ronfelt.
Here. And it asks for approval of the full agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please vote.
All commission members present voting in the affirmative. Motion carries.
Consideration of the approval of the minutes of the January 7th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please vote.
All commission members present voting in the affirmative. Motion carries.
Item number 6, we have consideration of the recommendation of the final plat of Meadowman's Southwest 4th Edition. Anyone like to speak on this? Good morning.
Good morning. My name's Nick Hoffman with McClory Engineering. I'm the engineer on the project. The plat is a continuation connecting the first and second edition out on the property, generally located in the southwest. Norfolk, directly kind of west of the old Shopco new Ford dealership area. Previously, there was two plats that had right-of-way that dead-ended, and this plat just connects those two right-of-way. Utilities have been installed through the tract, water and sewer, to service Lot 3 in the second edition that's being sold or was sold. So that's the gist of the plat is to get utilities up to that lot. At present time, they are not platting the unplatted areas to the west and to the east that will continue to be raw ground at this time.
So the purpose of this was just strictly to get utilities through
Correct.
and a street?
And the street is intended to be constructed next spring. It has been graded.
This
in
spring or next spring? It's coming?
25.
Val, any other concerns?
I don't think so. This is pretty simple, just getting that right away in there so they can build their street and utilities. And then as things continue to grow out there, then those unplatted lots will probably come in as a final plat as they need to be.
Gotcha.
This is good, like Nick mentioned. The street, was there any street in on the north side, or just the right of way was there?
Just the right of way is in
So
there.
it was right of way to the north, there was right of way to the south there in the red. This connects, basically, it's really creating the right of way corridor there. Paul wanted to get utilities in, get the street in, so he can probably sell off those lots. So just from an ED perspective, it's creating some more available commercial lots down in that area.
Lot 3 is under development right now. A business is going to go into that. That's the second lot to the west on second. So, yep.
All right, thank you. Seems pretty straightforward. Seeing that, I'd take a motion.
Make a motion to consider recommendation of the final plat of Meadowman Southwest 4th Edition.
Second.
A motion is second, please vote.
All commission members present voting in the affirmative, motion carries.
Thank you. Consideration of the recommendation of the final plat of the Mach 1 subdivision. Kelby?
Good morning.
Morning.
What you have in front of you is a parcel that was available along North 37th and Mock Drive. Originally, it was owned by one individual, and they sold the acreage and the house off. And then, in a desire to create more affordable lots to build houses, I noticed that property with a street in front of it and in a nice location. So I inquired about purchasing it. I've been working with the city engineering department on extending utilities from the east corner to North 37th as part of a larger project. Currently, it does not have water and sewer access to it. So what's before you is the plat to subdivide the lots and to construct single-family homes there, starting February 4th, which is the day after the city council meeting. So I'd entertain questions. One of the things that I've heard through a lot of different discussions on housing is how do we try to make it more affordable? And one comment has been, well, why don't we build on some infill lots? So this is an opportunity to build on infill lots that had a street in front of it already, hopefully reduce the end cost of the project, and again, have some more houses on the market at a reduced cost due to some infrastructure was there already. So
How long does utilities take to get going
We're
there?
creating water and sewer district here for this particular piece. I would expect we'll have that on council agenda, February 3rd for approval of the district. Probably take Clowry, will be doing the engineering on that. Probably get that out to bid March, I would guess. Think, Nick? Yeah. I would guess we would get it out to bids in March while we're waiting for DHHS approval on water main extension. Construction probably starting April, late April. We have to bid the project out, there'll be a bid window in there. I'd say construction January, May, June, May. I would expect utilities available in June versus July.
And this is just, I guess, from my own perspective, but how many square foot of home do you think would fit on one of those lots?
it depends on the design. I have most of the designs done. Those lots are 155 foot deep, which is abnormal for that neighborhood. The lot on the corner just to the north is 117 wide and 117 deep. So that one's fairly shallow, and these are narrower but deeper. They're about 10 to 12,000 square feet, and I think the lot across the street was right at 13. So these lots are a little smaller than some of them in the neighborhood, but they're going to be a 1,290 square feet to 1,400 square foot house, unfinished basement, 2-car garage. So I would say similar floor plans to what we used at in Norfolk as good starter homes. So
if you, oh, boy, it's in a design, how that's gonna design land, but if you've ever been, down to New Orleans, they've got narrow lots, narrow homes, and they tend to be longer.
And-
I kind of envision it something like that, a little bit longer than normal.
Yep. And I've done some originally in a subdivision in Wayne that had narrower lots on the west side of town. You know, some of the lots were 50 feet wide and kind of pie shaped, so kind of had to be creative in the design. But these that are designed, it's basically every other to allow more side yards. So one house might be 48 feet wide and not as deep, and the other and the next one might be 50 feet long and not as wide. So there's going to be 10 to 12 feet on each side of the minimum of the side yard, and then when you have a narrow house next to you, there'll be 18, 19 feet of side yard. So it won't look congested. It'll just be, there's a lot across the street to the northeast that's 69 feet wide and kind of a pie shape. So it'll fit well in the neighborhood, and it'll be a good use of current infrastructure that's been a focus. So,
Thank you.
and as part of the utility district, I will be paying for the majority of the utility extension along that street. So that's part of the assessment district that I've been working with engineering on. So
Nice job.
thanks for your time.
Decent use of the land. I think,
Yep.
makes sense.
Does.
Seeing that, I'd take a motion.
Make a motion to consider recommendation of the final plat of Mach 1 subdivision.
Motion is second. Please vote.
All commission members present voting in the affirmative, motion carries.
Thank you. Val, December 2024 building permit report.
Okay, so December 2024, single-family detached, we had 4 new permits come in. So as of last year, we were at 29, this year we're at 11. We did have multifamily come in to 4 permits for a total of 166 dwelling units. So we have 166 units this year, none as of last year. 2 new single-family attached came in, so we are 4 and 4 for each year. And then pretty much because of the multifamily came in, we're about 30 million higher than last year for the building valuation.
Good start.
Say that again, Val? We're above building valuation, but with less permits?
Well, we have less single-family detached permits, but more multifamily because of the 166 multifamily came in. We didn't have any last year at this time, so that's why we're 30 million higher in the building valuation than last year. So we were about 14 million last year, we're about 44 million this year. Yeah.
That's sales.
Given the current state.
It's all part of the pie, all part of the sauce.
Good call. Any other open topics or concerns?
I'll just remind you that I did get an email for the NPZA conference in Kearney coming up. So it would be starting the day after our first March meeting, so the 5th through the 7th. So if, I know I've heard from you, Colleen, and Jill, if anybody else would like to go to that, as soon as we get more detail on what the agenda is and that sort of thing, we'll be sending that out. But those are the dates if you want to go to Kearney.
Thank you, Val. Any other topics or concerns? Seeing none, I'd take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you, Martin.